With the game only being in beta and people only having a limited amount of access and time to actually get their hands onto the game, there is still so much unknown about the mechanics and the gameplay of it. Well, no more secrets here. As a beta tournament winner of Rematch. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's fucking go! As somebody that has over 100 hours in the game, I am here to tell you 5 things that the game doesn't tell you and that you can use to get better at the game. Starting with number 1, sprint modifies your input. Now, what do I mean by that? That means that if you press the sprint button, it doesn't only modify the way you run, but it also modifies the way you receive and move with the ball. So if, for example, I use push ball without the sprint, I'm actually way nimbler with the ball. I can still move fast with the ball. Keep an eye on the sprint there. I can still move fast with the ball. I mean, I'm not burning through my sprint. I'm not burning through my stamina. I keep the ball close to my body. Now, watch what happens if I modify this technique, just one technique, with sprint. I immediately modify this technique. The ball is way further away from my body. Now, I do move a little bit faster, but look at my stamina. I'm completely burned through my stamina now, and I'm not as nimble with the ball. This is how you can use techniques and to actually outplay defenders. So, for example, the defenders are looking at you, and you're moving with the ball, yeah? They think, oh, it's moving away from the body. And then when you see somebody moving closer to you, you sprint towards the ball, you push it away a little bit further, they don't expect it. Or you modify it other way around. The same goes with high dribbles. If I don't use sprint, and I use a high dribble, I keep it close to my body. Without using sprint, you can keep the ball way closer to you and actually be in way more control of the ball than you usually are. Bonus tip, really important, communicate this well to you, but a very, very important mechanic, and that's using push ball to actually control the ball. So when you receive a ball like that, you see, I am in so much control of the ball. I'm on the field, I receive a pass of my teammate, I use push ball right there, as you can see on the screen. It's the best way, it's the meta to control the ball. If you're not using push ball to control the ball, you're doing it wrong. Just look how in control I am. I know where I'm going immediately. I'm asking for a ball. The pass doesn't even have to be great. Like, it's coming here. I can just use push ball on that. I'm in control immediately. I'm near the ball. I can do what I want with it. I use it in defense as well. You know, when there's a high ball coming for other people, I try to intercept it like this. There we go. I just use push ball. I'm in control. I intercepted it. I leave the guys behind me in the dust. This ball is mine. Tip number 2, you can chain nimble dribbling. Now, we all know push ball can be used as a dribble mechanic, but you also have the nimble dribble, which is very useful in attack. Not so much in defense, but in attack, the nimble dribble can be very, very handy. Now, what a lot of people don't know is you can actually chain this dribble technique. Now, what do I mean by that? As you know, if you spam the dribble, it ends. Now, you can actually chain this into a bachara dribble. So you're kind of doing oversteps here. It's not really oversteps, but this throws off the defenders quite a lot, right? So you can actually use it like chain, and I go past him and I'm gone. Now, how do I do this? Very simple. You have to stay calm and collected in your nimble stance. If you spam it too fast, you exit out of the chain. You can't continue. But if you hold your calm, hold your nerve, you time it like a rhythm. You have to rhythm it, you have to time it. If you time the pressing, as you can see in my button presses, you can actually time it right. And if you time it right, you can make the chain actually unlimited, but the timing has to be right. Combine push ball with the nimble dribble to be an absolute champion and making beautiful goals. Tip number 3, you can actually body block the opponents. Now, I can't really show this into free practice, but just trust me, if you put your body in front of the attacker or the defender, you can actually use your body as a means to slow them down. Now, when you want to do this, when you're out of stamina, you can't reach the ball in time, but you know your keeper is there, you know your teammate's there, just run into the player and don't wide stance because you just slow yourself down, but just run into the player, preferably in front of the attacker, and you will slow them down and use your body as a way to stop them. Tip number 4, and one of my favorites, you can modify the amount of curve that you put on the ball. Now, why is this one of my favorite? Well, you kind of know me for my crosses. I'll show you right now. This is one of my crosses that I like to do. As you can see, it's very feathered and it actually has a lot of curve on it. You see how much curve the ball has right there? Now look what most attackers do when they're in the attack. That's the most amount of curve I can put on that. You can see the thing in the middle, yeah, your reticle. It's the most amount of curve I can put on that. Now look at my shot now. I look at the same location, but look at the curve on the ball. It's in the middle of the goal. Now let me see what I did before. It doesn't even reach the goal. It maybe just about reaches the goal post. Yeah, just about reaches the goal post. But look with my technique, I put way more bend on the ball that people normally do. Now, why do you want to do this and how do you do this? Well, it's very simple. It's something attackers don't do much and it's something that you can exploit, and that is the gauge and how hard you shoot. This is a full shot. You see, the circle goes fully on. Now, this is a half-baked shot. This is how you modify your bending as well. You want to be aiming super high, like this. Like, I'm not even aiming near the goal, and just do a half-baked shot like this. And look, it's a goal. It's a goal. And you can do crazy stuff with this. You can make crazy goals. Not only crazy goals, crazy crosses. Don't be crossing in like this, guys. Don't be crossing in like this. I mean, of course, use it, but don't overuse it. The best way to cross a ball in for your teammates inside the box is using this technique that I just showed you. There we go. I cross it in far post. If you want to cross it in near post, just the same. Just nimble the power right there. You have to use this. Use the modified bending to your abilities. The keeper won't know. If you're gonna go full power to the goal, yeah, the keeper, you know, mostly is used to this. But if you modify your shots to be nimble like I just did, you can put crazy amount of bend on the ball and just get it into positions in the goal that you wouldn't otherwise get. It's beautiful, right? And last but not least, tip number 5, movement alters the shot trajectory. Now, we talked about it as in one of the other tips, and that's that movement actually inputs the way the ball moves. For example, if I use push ball to go right and I do a shot, the trajectory of the ball is different. The speed of the ball is different. This is also when you receive a ball. So for example, I have a teammate over there and he passes it towards me and I shoot, the power of the ball is different. Same with the curve, same with the speed of the ball. So when you're moving into the ball with movement, with sprinting, and then I shoot, the trajectory is different. Same with bends. This is why you have to be careful when you practice this. If you like using movement a lot, and you practice shooting, and then you shoot and you're like, why is it not like this every time? It's because movement alters everything with the ball. Keep this in mind when you're practicing shots. Stand still when you practice, and then also use movement in practice. Mix it up and understand that standing still or shooting or moving when you shoot changes how the ball feels, changes how the ball moves. You have to keep this in mind. And now for some bonus tips to help you get better at the game. And that is my practice routines. Now, these are a few handy training drills that you can use in the free play to not only keep yourself sharp, but also learn and train the techniques we talked about in this video. Now, one of the most important things is movement, positioning, and of course, knowing how to use the gauge and how strong your shot and how strong your pass is. Really important. Now, how do I train passing? Well, it's a very simple, but actually a drill that can get you really far. That is passing the ball into the corner as deep as you can. You have to get it as close into the corner as you can, because that's how you gauge your accuracy. If the ball hits the wall here, if the ball hits the wall here, you're not accurate enough. You want the ball to be as close to the corner as you can. And you always make the pass from the middle here. And that's how you build the routine. So you pass it in there, you ask the ball, you header it in the goal, ask it again, you control it with push ball, and then you pass it into the other corner. You ask again, you header it in the ball, you control it with push ball, pass it in the corner again. This is a routine that you need to go practice constantly. This is the routine right there. It has to be perfect. Has to hit the goal. You have to control it with push ball immediately and be ready to pass it again to your teammate on the other side of the field. This is the routine to master passing, master controlling the ball with push ball. Make it a religion to control the ball with push ball. Make it a religion, make it a reflex. Get your passing on point. Know where the goal is. This is routine number 1. Routine number 2, using push ball a lot without sprint to get a feel of the ball. You have to be ready with the ball. You have to be one with the ball. Once you got this down, you combine it with moving your camera around. You're looking for a pass. You're looking for an opportunity to pass your teammate. You're looking around while using the push ball. This has to be second nature. So you keep using push ball like this. And you keep looking around for passing opportunities. Drill number 3, and this is a combination to actually practice the bending. You go stand on the right or left side of the field, preferably in the middle. You have the middle line right there, you have the box right here. You want to be in the middle of this. This is where you're going to practice crossing, you're going to practice shooting. So before you do the shot, you tell yourself, I want to do a cross for my teammate back post. If you're happy with that landing, then you're good. But if you're not happy, you keep practicing until you find the right strength, the right bend to get it at the far post for your teammates. Right there. You could also tell yourself, okay, I want to do a shot. I want to have a top bins, top left corner. So you start aiming, you start practicing. You keep practicing until you get the ball just there where you want it. And this is how you practice your crosses. You have to practice it on different positions on the pitch as well, because the trajectory, the strength of the ball, it changes on every position that you are on the field. Just know again, movement changes the trajectory. So preferably you practice crossing with a wide stance and then you cross it in like this. This is how I train, this is how I practice my crosses in, like I've been doing in my games. And it throws off defenders immensely. Backboard is not the matter, it's well-placed crosses and well-placed shots like this. Where you use not full strength, no, you use the modified curve that I've learned you to actually bend in the ball and trick the keeper. If you're gonna do a shot like this, the keeper thinks it might go out of the goal, but it's actually going top bins, or even like this. The keeper thinks, oh, just about on the post. The keeper thinks the ball's gonna go left. No, 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 no. You bend it. You bend space and time. You bend the ball in the top right corner like this. The keeper thinks the ball is going left. No, 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 no. You're the man. You're the man. You decide where the ball goes. You are in control, and this is how you drill it. You keep repeating it. You keep repeating these things. And you're gonna be an absolute mess on the ball. Now, last but not least, if you do find the time and if you are motivated to do so, I would highly recommend to watch a little bit of football strategy, because positioning is actually 90% of this game. If you're not in the right position, you cannot practice your skills, you cannot use your skills, you cannot be involved in the game if you're always outside of the playing field. So learn positioning. Don't hog up on other players, yeah? If everyone is over there, you need to be here, you need to be making space. And if I can give you one more tip, the last tip to actually make yourself the best player you could possibly be, analyze yourself, know which position you like to thrive in, which position you like to play, and start learning the skills necessary to be an absolute god in that position. I like to play right back, so I put all of my work into passing, I put all my work in controlling the ball, and then of course I put my time in whipping the ball into the box for my teammates. Then at the end I also practice my shooting so I can be useful for my team to do long range shots, because I won't be finding myself a lot in front in the box. If you're an attacker, you want to be learning how to control the ball well and be able to fire the ball into the goal at close ranges, because you'll be finding yourself close at the ball. Learn how to use lob passes like this, to use it on the backboard and then pass it in. Be quick, be decisive, be intentful. You need to know where you stand on the pitch, find your weapon, find your rhythm, find who you are on the pitch, put all your cards into that, and you'll become an awesome rematch player. This was Fluffy. I hope you learned something with this, and I hope you use the practice area when the next beta comes out so you're ready on the pitch. Don't underestimate this game. If you haven't been on the pitch yet, it feels completely different than practice. So that's why I mean you need field experience. I'll be providing a lot of quality content for you guys. So please like and subscribe if you liked the video. More stuff like this to come. Questions in the comment section below. I'll try to answer all that I can. Have a great day, guys. I can't wait to get my hands on this game again and to see all you guys on the pitch. Let's go!